Mata, and they helped us a lot. They used to come to hui, and I mean these hui used to be long hui because all of our whanau had a say. And so we got a pūtea through Ruamata for each child we had, a bit like we do for you guys, but it comes through whakarewa. That's how we get paid for you guys to come to kura, kind of. Anyway, then we outgrew our site. So then we pushed and pushed with the ministry until they gave us somewhere else. And that's where we are now, which is Balmoral. It used to be called Balmoral School. And now it's our kura. So, fast forward to last year, 2017. We, meaning, it was actually Whaea Boom. She was adamant that Manu was going to go to where he was either going to stay at Te Hiringa or he was going to go to Te Kauwhata or Pātitiri. I said, if Naru didn't stay at Te Hiringa, he was going to Tukoroa High School. Blago's mum, she was kind of like, oh no, Blago will go to Te Kauwhata or Pātitiri. Peter's mum said, no, we need to keep them here at Te Hiringa. Te Rongorito, her mum was adamant, we're staying at Te Hiringa. Janie Bella, her mum was the same. So then we started having our hui. What we did, and our hui was with Te Runanga Nui. So they are in mainstream schools, they have Nesta, or it's a body that looks after those schools. We have that too, but we also have Te Runanga Nui. And fortunately for us, we have a lifetime relationship with some key members of Te Runanga Nui, and that's Whaea, Renee and Matua Rawiri Wright. So they came to a hui, and at that hui, they asked us, why do you want to Kuranui? Well, whare kura, they kept calling it. Why do you use whare kura? And we said, we don't want to send our kids to Kaupapa or Pātitiri. And you could tell by their faces that that wasn't the answer they were looking for. So everybody had to think about it, and then it was clear to us that the answer was we wanted te aho matua. We wanted te aho matua for our kids, and the only place they were going to get that was at Te Hiringa. So this wasn't just one hui, this wasn't just two hui, this was as many hui as we needed to have. In the end, Matua Takarihi made a decision. We're going to have Kuranui, and that was it. So some of our parents said, right, our kids are staying. Some of us had to bribe our kids, or beg, and say, please give me 6 months and we'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, you can go to the school you want to go to, but give us a chance. And I mean, as parents, we had to make those kinds of hard decisions for our kids, because we only want the best, and we felt that Te Hiringa had that to offer. We weren't even quite sure how it was going to work. We didn't even know if we had a kaiako, so we decided we were going to utilise the skills that we had. So Matua Takarihi, well, of course he put his hand up, he said he would take Kuranui, and we said to him, okay Matua, these are the things that we need to do. And he said, yep. And he just did it his way. But that's Matua, you know, and then so even with, okay Matua, we need to start at year 9. Nobody can be higher than year 9. So if they come back to year 9. Are we okay with that? Yes, he says. Well, it's not what happened. So some came back that weren't year 9, but they had to fall under our year 9 year. And it worked. It worked. We had some struggles. We were a little bit unsure if things were going to work out. We were a little bit like, oh, you know, do we need to be doing more with whakarewa? What do we need to be doing? And then, you know, and then we got back to Kura and we had a kaiako and his name was Matua Shilindra. And we thought, wow, when did that happen? And then they talked about his skills. And Matua Takarihi has nothing but the kura at heart. So we knew he'd made the best decision in hiring Matua Shilindra. Then, you know, we kind of went along, and we thought, are we doing things right? Are we doing things right? And I'd started studying it through Te Wānanga o Aotearoa, and I did Kāwai Raupapa. And I started talking to my kaiako about coming to teach at Te Hiringa. You know, I don't think she listened. And we talked about how magnificent our kura was, and it's only a little kura. And we thought, for ages, it just felt like we were banging on, and there was nothing. So I kind of lost hope there. And so we started talking, the matua started talking to Matua Takari, you know, what are we going to do? And all of a sudden, my kaiako decided that she wanted to be your whala's kaiako, and Whaerana arrived. So, all in all, it's been hard work. Kuranui has been a lot of hard work that your parents made a decision about. So that's why when we do things, we do it knowing that we have the support of your whanau. But we also know that if we had to, your whanau would come in as well to support the kaiako. So when things don't go right, it's not just, it's like, I don't think in Kuranui we've had anything so bad that we can't. Well, I'm talking about the people who are here today. Let's just talk about us. But even when things haven't been right, we've all dealt with it, and our whānau. So it's important that we remember that. It's important that we remember our matua who were the driving force behind establishing Te Hiringa. Have you ever thought about where you would be today if there was no Te Hiringa?
Girls high.
Yeah, see? You wouldn't have established the friendships that you've got now. You wouldn't be driving Whaerana nuts, Matua Shilindra.
I'd have been at Te Hiringa.
Yeah, actually we did have a, years ago in 2007, we talked about setting up a whare kura, and then that tauira decided that he wouldn't go and enrol himself at another school. And then 2008 we gave it another go. But it got hard. It got hard for him because he was on his own. And it got hard for his whānau because they had to support him, because everybody else was so busy focusing on our kura taina that it was just easier for him to go to another kura. And that's what he did. And so we went along like that for ages. Everybody thinking, yeah, it's time, but nobody really did anything about it. So Whaea Boom was that somebody who wanted to get it going, and we did. So, yeah. Is anybody else got a question?
Te pātai tā koutou?